Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for being here today. My name is Catherine Ferreira. I am the founder of Geminme. I wanted to kindly say Happy New Year, right? We have a new year with new aspiration, new goals, and may this new year be full of blessings, prosperity, and abundance. I want to give special thanks to Claudia for being here today and for all of you to take a time of being here with us today. She will be guiding us in an amazing and relaxing meditation, which we all need in the midst of all this that is happening. So I have a quick question for you guys to think about. What experience have you had with meditation, and if you've meditated before? I have meditated before. It's not something that I do on like a daily basis, which I would like to implement in my daily habits. But it feels really relaxing and refreshing, and I kind of wanted to share that with you guys today. It helps me slow down and be present and be mindful of my body and what's around me, right? So we have a lot of distractions now and obstacles in our life. And meditation is a form of self-care and self-love to kind of like stop and think about you and love yourself and self-care, basically, right? So that's what Geminme wants to portray, is self-care and self-love. And that's what we're practicing today. Because if we're not mentally or physically well, then we can be the best versions of ourselves and be, do our everyday duties or be there for others. If you feel overwhelmed, you could find a way to vent and be there present for other people. There's other ways, right, of being present and finding ways to not be overwhelmed. Listen to music, meditate, take a walk, find a way to relax. And just remember, the power is within you. So now I'm going to introduce our amazing guest, Claudia London. She is a dear friend of mine, and she has been a great influence in my mental health. Ever since I met her, I feel this sense of connection and abundance, really, because she's so informed of mental health, and she has introduced me to various authors that portray and talk about mental health and how important it is and intrigued in our life. So thank you, Claudia, for that. She is a mental health advocate, and now she's a certified yoga instructor. And she holds a master's in public health from CUNY School of Public Health and Health Policy. And she has personal growth and staying curious. That's what holds her, and that's her mojo. These days, she's sharing her interest in prioritizing humanitarian cause, and her knowledge in education, health, yoga, and meditation is her calling. She wants to empower people to find beauty, kindness, and compassion in themselves so they can build a stronger community. Presently, she is working at a nonprofit organization where she has been promoted 3 times in the last 12 years. This has allowed her to become part of the leadership of this organization. She assists in defining the services that they offer to immunocompromised people who are affected by mental health illness in order to improve their health and their quality of life. Help me welcome our special guest and dear friend, Claudia. Thank you, Claudia, for being here today.
Thank you, Catherine. It's a pleasure to be here. I really thank you for the opportunity and the honor to be with you all, sharing a meditation experience. As you rightly said, we all need some meditation, and it's definitely a great way to take care of ourselves. I think that's the space that we should all carve out in our day to really try to connect with us. Is we become a better version of ourselves, then we can share more to others and to have a stronger impact in our surroundings. So before you also mention other things of why we are meditating and your calendar activities, I just wanted to, for people that are joining us, just to find a quiet place where you are not going to be distracted for the following 20 minutes or so. And it's sometimes it's useful to have a headphones if there are more people around you, so that you can try to connect with whatever we are saying, and hopefully, there is a little corner in where you live where you can reserve it for your meditation. And thank you so much, Catherine, again, for having me here.
Thank you, Claudia, for highlighting that meditation, it's a form of self-care and self-love, but really you need to connect and concentrate. So that's very important to be able to have that space and that to connect and concentrate, because if you're having distractions, you're not going to be able to reap the fruits of meditation. So now, since you have already disclosed that we can proceed with the meditation, and yeah.
No, perfect. Thank you so much. Right before we start, I just wanted to share a couple of things that I start meditation really because I have been practicing yoga for over 10 years. And usually when I practice yoga, at least during 1 minute or two during my practice, I will have those silent moments where I was so connected to where I was, the pose that I was practicing. We call it asana. And that I noticed that really quieted my mind. And after so many years of practicing yoga, I realized that pretty much all my yoga teachers, they meditate. And I thought that the next step for me was start meditating. And I have been doing it for some years. For the most part, guided meditation, meaning what we are going to do today, that somebody kind of guides you through the experience. However, I also have practiced just silence meditation, that is just to try to disconnect, to detach from your surroundings, and to try to connect with your body, with your breathing, and that is harder, but also is very rewarding, meaning that at some point, even if it's for 1 minute, you quiet your monkey mind, I call it, the mind that we all have, so busy with the to-do list and with the demands that we have in our life. And it's just really, it's really special, even if it's really just for 30 seconds, 1 minute. Sometimes it can be more, and then you almost feel like you are levitating, and I'm not kidding. So I just wanted that before we start, I just wanted to invite you to a breathing technique that sometimes it helps us as a way to gain access to this moment of peace. And then I just also wanted to explain a little bit of what we are going to expect in case that for some of you guys is the first time that you guys are going to meditate. The mind is going to start wandering. This is what the mind does. And just be kind to yourself. Don't be judgmental. Don't try to beat up yourself because you are distracted. Just try to, if it's possible for you, to think that you are just looking at your ideas that come to your mind as they are a cloud, like a cloud, and they just are just passing by, and let them pass by. And don't try to struggle against those ideas, but just try to relax with them. If that happens, that most of us, sometimes we still experience that distraction. And then another way to connect that it will be helpful is to connect with your breathing through the practice, to your breath. So we are going to be just keeping it very simple. There are many techniques of breathing that it can focus in giving you peace before going to bed, or can make you more calm if you are feeling anxious, or they can, help you to help grounding yourself in a specific situation. But right now we are just going to try to use one technique that it calls for peace, focus, and love. That is very simple. That is just we are going to inhale for 2 breaths, and then through exhale for 3. And with that count, Usually we try the exhale to be a little bit longer because it's a way to control, first of all, to keep us alert and to help us with focusing. And also it's very common. When you exhale a little bit, take longer exhaling, it's a little bit common, and that is what we want, especially for an evening, practice. So without more to say, I'm just going to move to the meditation. So we are going to be inhaling for 2 and exhaling. So when I said deep inhale, just try to think about 1, 2, and even to focus in 1, 2, and then 3 and exhale is really going to help you just to forget about all the stuff that you have to do later on or tomorrow or things that bother you during the day. Just this moment is for you, and it's amazing that you are here joining us because you are taking care of yourself. So I invite you guys to stop the video, meaning that we don't see each other because sometimes it can be distractive. So we are going to do that, that we can try to focus, try to find a place, either if you are sitting on the ground, that's great, and hopefully on top of a cushion or a pillow, that it can help your hips to be a little bit higher than your knees. Otherwise, just try to sit in a chair, really leaning against the back of the chair, and making sure that your feet can touch the ground and you are not crossing your legs, but that you are trying to have a straight posture on your back and relaxing your head towards your back, because sometimes we tend to keep our head a little bit forward. We are overthinking about so many things that we bend our neck. So with that in mind, let's move into connecting with our breath. Inhale for 2, exhale for 3. And we are going to close our mouth, and our inhales and exhales are going to be through our nose. And we are going to inhale kindness, exhale intention. Any tension that we had through the day, we are going to let it go. Inhale self-compassion, exhale tension. And try to be loud with your breath so that you really connect with the sound of your breath. Inhale love, exhale tension. This guided meditation will focus on the idea of developing our own sense of loving kindness. And just continue, I'm not going to be mentioning it, but just continue inhaling for 2, exhaling for 3. Developing our own sense of compassion and giving our very best sense of self and energy out into the world. You can leave your eyes open if you wish, focus in a specific point, slightly looking far down at the floor while softening your eyes. Or you can close your eyes down now. As you first choose now to direct your focus towards your relaxing self. Just relax your eyes, relaxing those small muscles between and around your eyes, relaxing your forehead, relaxing the top of your head, relaxing down along the sides of your jaw and your jaw muscles. Just release and let go. Relax your tongue. Lower your tongue that is not touching the top of our mouth. That makes easier for the jaw to relax. Continue to send that sense of relaxation down to your neck, down to your shoulders. Make sure that your shoulders are not rise up, but actually they are going down towards your tailbone. Your upper arms are down through your elbows and forearms. And as I mentioned, each part of your body, just send love to each section of your body that carries through the day. Continue to relax easily and gently, not trying to force any relaxation, but just accepting the gentle ease that comes as you naturally shift your observation down through your hands and fingertips, experiencing this soothing sense of calmness, which is always here within you as soon as you choose to focus your thoughts on this way. I invite you to think about something that brings you happiness, that brings you joy, or that put a smile on your face. Any old memory or recent one that is a place that sometimes you visit, or even when you mention it or share it with friends or family, is a nice memory, and it just softens your heart, softens your face. Just keep that connection of how this memory is represented in your body. Sometimes we feel like our heart expands. Sometimes we just feel our face, our gestures, just they soften as soon as we remember something that brings us happiness, the memory of that. Continue relaxing down throughout your back, across your chest, just breathing a little bit deeper into your stomach. Let your stomach expand. Let in each inhale your stomach expand freely, relaxing down through your hips, your lower back, through your thighs, and across the knee joints. As you allow this gentle sense of unwinding to continue, down through your calves, your shins, your ankles, and through your feet, to the very tips of your toes. Inhale for 2. Exhale for 3. Inhale for 2. Exhale for 3. Just connect with the sound of your breath, as if it was a hummingbird or a wave in the ocean, whatever representation you may have. As you rest and settle in, completely relaxed, into this special time now, which is time for you. And at this point, trying to bring into your mind and in this state of calm relaxation, bring an idea of an image of your ideal self. No with professional goals, no with an expectation of how we want our physical body to look, but just that in that most authentic self that is when we try to be soft on our heart and to be open to whatever life offers us, whenever we find that connection with nature and with others to be easy and bring us peace. That is that kindness, that connection, that is part of our true self. Because usually in those moments is when we feel relaxed. That means that we are more connected to the joy that is life. And this part of connection that brings us joy in whatever we do that we enjoy is really a connection of our true self, leaving out all the negativity of day-to-day stress. And just connecting to anything that brings us happiness, bringing flowers to our home, helping others, making a space for something that we enjoy doing, like reading a book, taking a walk, some parts of our job that bring us a special joy, either because we serve others or because we know that our professional skills can help others. And those times when you just feel happy and bring that energy and you let it flow around you and even touch others. That helps us to connect as a community. Either with other persons or with their universe. And maybe it can be just that, just breathing and take time for you to connect with that sound is just enough for you to feel content, and that is great. And now you can touch with both hands, crossing a little bit your hands, one on top of each other, on top of your chest, around your heart level. Trying to feel the beat of your heart. How that simple movement give meaning to our life and making us be able to breathe and be active. And be alive in this world. Just for the following couple of minutes, stay here and just think about something that you are grateful for. Continue connecting to your breath and the feeling of your heart. Slowly put your hands down on top of your legs, your knees, facing up. Facing up is a gesture of being open to receive. But if right now you feel anxious and you want to feel if you want to find some grounding, you can put your palms facing down, touching your legs. Wherever you need the best at this point. And slowly, if your eyes are closed, let's start opening our eyes, connecting to our surrounding. And giving thanks to yourself for being here with us. Namaste. If you want, you can again put your video back up. This was really a very short meditation, but sometimes it's hard for us to to even spend or to try to spend 15 minutes to quiet our mind. So even if you go 1 minute out of this, that's good. That's great. So Catherine.
Yes, thank you so much. I was just waiting for you to kind of finish us off, but I feel so relaxed and like peaceful, grounded. So thank you so much for this meditation. It really helped me. I had a long day today. I've been struggling because I'm sick. But I really needed this. Thank you so much. And I want to invite the others also to kind of tell us how they feel and if this helped them, you know, kind of unwind and feel better. Thank you, Claudia.
Yes, my pleasure. Thank you, Catherine.
Well, I have never meditated, so this is my first experience doing that, and I feel great since I restarted virtual classes on Thursday, and it was a little bit stressful that I couldn't see my friends another thing, and I had a lot of projects and those things, so I feel more relaxed, and that will help me in the following week to continue.
Samantha, thank you for sharing. And by the way, it took me so many years to give it a try to yoga. So you are yoga to meditation, sorry. So you are way ahead. That is great.
Thank you for sharing, Samantha. Yeah, that's actually, I mean, there's a lot of studies about the benefits of meditation and how it triggers your brain and your wholeness and mindfulness and how it also impacts the other areas of your life. So being able to be introduced to this at such a young age, I think that's huge. Because if you do like it and you create a habit of it, then like the possibilities are endless, really, right? Because that will benefit and give you more energy and be more positive. I like that when you mention what are you grateful for? Because one of the things that I love to promote, you know, when we're starting to even look at things that we want is first looking at things that we have, right? And to be grateful for those things. I think that's the first step to be able to grow and attract those other things that we want. So being grateful is amazing as well. Thank you for mentioning that. Do we have others that want to share?
Yes, I'll share. I'll share. Hello, everyone.
Hey, Rafael.
Catherine, Samantha, Claudia. Like Samantha said, I have never, this would be like my first time really going into the process of meditation and stuff like that. But I think it's great because you think about positive things, you know, and that be able to help you relax. And I think meditation to relax is a good thing, especially how the world is today, where we have so much work and so much stress going. So we need something to release that stress. So I think it is great. I hope we will have more of these sessions, you know, where we can learn more, or maybe I can read more on it, because I really do feel that meditation it's the key for releasing stress or combating stress, you know.
Yeah, I will share with Catherine a couple of links of YouTube videos that I like. One is like 11 minutes and the other is a little bit longer, 20 minutes, but you know, if you guys want to use it, but even if you guys spend only 5 minutes, you know, you don't have to push yourself to start big, but even sometimes even walking in nature is just good enough without the music, without nothing, but just to even connect it with nature is really healing. At least that's my experience.
Right.
Thank you for sharing, Rafael.
You're welcome.
Thank you for sharing, Rafael. Kind of echoing what Claudia mentioned. You know, there's different ways to kind of heal, right? And this was the whole reason behind this meditation, is to try to heal and be more positive for this new year. So that's how I wanted to start the year. This is my first event of the year. And you know, it's amazing to share this with you guys. And of course, there's videos that Claudia could share. I also use like YouTube, right? YouTube University as a form of finding meditation. And I can share those with you guys as well, you know, post them on our page and share that with you guys. I also be having one on Monday in Spanish for our Spanish audience, you know, to have that also, because we do have to promote that in our culture. That's not something that we do, right? Meditation. So having that and sharing that with our parents or family or, you know, friends, I think that's a great asset. I mean, Claudia was the one who shared me. She's like, "Oh, you want to go to yoga? You want to meditate?" And you know, and that's kind of how my interest in meditation started. And she gave me one that was so meaningful to me. It was the inner child. Is wow. It was impactful for me because, you know, healing the inner child, right? Of all those things that we carry as we grow up. And it was so emotional for me that I even was in tears, right? So that's how impactful it was for me. And I thank her like every day, really. I was like, girl, that meditation was amazing. And I will share that with you guys too. In the future, we will have an inner child meditation to share.
Great.
Do you guys have any questions, any comments, anything else you guys want to share before we finalize and conclude our event?
Excuse me. No, Catherine, so on the 17th, I registered for one on the 17th. That's the Spanish one that I registered for? Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't even know it was one today.
Yeah. We had
and like I told, I've been running like a chicken without a head, you know, just going back and forth.
Yeah, thank you.
I
see you
managed,
there.
and I will always.
It's
man,
gonna be really good.
I will always give the support, and I sent the invitations to others, you know, but I guess you have to be on them. I guess you have to be with them and tell them, look, register and get in.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And you know, we still have the event on Monday, and it's in Spanish, so you can share that with your network as well. It'll
Yes, of course.
be better for those who don't speak English also. So thank you so much.
I will definitely join. I have to say that I practice meditation every morning and before I go to bed, but doing that in community is just something that I enjoy very much. It's just a different feeling. So I will be there on Monday as well.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Claudia, for, you know, giving us this peace and sense of relaxation and this blessing of sharing this moment with you. Thank you, everyone who joined. And I'm so honored to share this platform and this technique that has, you know, helped Claudia and me also to kind of unwind. And I hope you are able to practice it and join us in future meditations and events. Well, thank you so much for joining, and have a great night.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. It was really a pleasure. Thank you. Bye-bye. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Samantha, Claudia, Catherine.